What is going on, guys and girls? It is GhostRobo, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about the upcoming consoles and what I really hope that they become against all odds. And this was spurred by a quote from Peter Molyneux. If you don't know who he is the creator behind series like Fable, Black and White, some other blah blah famous ones from yesteryear. But really what he was saying was that, hey, these new consoles, I really want them to just play games. They really should focus on being a game-playing machine and be the best game-playing machine that they can be, and screw all these secondary, tertiary features. And I so feel the same way, and I just cannot understand this emphasis on making the every box, on making the all box, on making the living room dominating machine. It just blows my mind because I don't know anybody. Let me set this up for you. If it sounds like a rant, it's because it is. But I don't know anybody that has an Xbox 360 and Xbox Live and does not have an alternate means with which to access the internet. I don't know anybody that has a PlayStation 3 and buys things off of PlayStation Network that doesn't have another way to access social media. You know, it's really great and pretty and cutesy that you can stuff Last.fm and Facebook and Twitter and social networking and blah 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 onto your consoles, but why not put the emphasis on making the best dang game playing machines they can possibly make? Now, I am one who adores my games. I want them to be as great as possible. I don't care what console I play them on. I just want it to be the best possible experience. And frankly, I don't care one freaking bit about any of these secondary or tertiary features. I don't care which system has the best Facebook integration. You know, I never once have wanted to sit on my couch and use the controller to type some goofy message on Twitter. And, you know, they come up with all these crazy, like, oddball reasons of, like, oh, you could tweet that you just beat level 8 or you just got the high score on this final boss. But how often does that happen? How often are you really doing that? And more so, it becomes a debacle of, like, the Uncharted 3 thing, where all of a sudden sending out tweets every 15 minutes when you beat a chapter. Just completed chapter 13. And before you know it, you have no more followers on Twitter. And that's the end result of that interaction with your Xbox or your PlayStation 3, and it seems like all they can do is think of, you know, what can we add to make the PlayStation 4, to make the Xbox Infinity seem like a better product. And what they're thinking of is, well, you know, everybody's really into social media, and everybody's really into phone apps, and everybody's really into TV, smart TVs. Why convolute it? Why make it this all box? I don't agree with it whatsoever. I understand that the target is, hey, let's go towards the biggest mass market mega appeal as possible, but honestly think to yourselves, if you have a phone or if you have a computer, why would you ever choose to access these features via your console, via a controller? And, you know, it boils down to this whole thing of, like, every app and everything is going everywhere, and so it almost doesn't matter, and it's almost hurting each other, because who needs 6 devices that do the same thing? You know, I see people touting Netflix as a feature. Who the heck cares anymore? Netflix is on everything. I have Netflix on my iPhone. I have Netflix on my iPad. I have Netflix on my PC. I have Netflix on my laptop. I have Netflix on my TV. I have Netflix on my Xbox 360, my Wii U, my PlayStation 3. Why does it matter that your device can do anything anymore besides what it is created to do and best at doing? Leave it for that. I mean, pretty much, you know, I'm sure there's some exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, people are going to have a phone and or a computer before they have a video game console. I don't know many people that have a, you know, extensive video game collection and setup and don't have a phone and don't have a computer. So pretty much you're going to have access to Twitter and Facebook and Last.fm and Netflix and ESPN, everything in some better form or another on your phone, which is my convenient choice of usage for all of these apps, or if not, on your computer, where you can go and browse Facebook and look at pictures and, you know, write cute messages to your friends and everything. But why the emphasis on putting them on the systems? And the only thing I can think of is twofold. One, they want to appeal to as much of a mass market as possible, and they think somehow that people are going to respond to this and be like, ooh, it's the God box, I can buy it and do everything, even though they're going to buy it, and after a week of the, you know, the cute features and getting kind of just like enamored with this brand new box, they're going to forget about it having all these extra things. The other reason is that they don't have anything to innovate on from a game standpoint. And, you know, really, I would love to see all of their millions and billions of research dollars and marketing dollars and securing deals dollars going to the games that I play, because ultimately, what the heck is the point of this box if not to play the best games possible and to deliver the best experience possible? I really don't want them to add anything unless it will directly improve and enhance my gameplay and experience, and none of these apps do it. Sure, is it convenient? Yes. Before people freak out in the comments, sure, it's convenient. It's great to turn on the Xbox and be able to watch a movie after you play a game. It's great to turn on the Xbox, and I mean, that's the only thing I really use. The television watching apps and Netflix / a video on demand. I don't again, I cannot comprehend a reason why you'd want to use Twitter or Xbox. If you are one of those small percentage of people that has an Xbox, has Xbox Live, and does not use a computer or phone at all, I guess it's a great perk for you, and you should feel really loved by Microsoft. But other than that, I mean, remember that these features need Xbox Live to work. This isn't just like, oh, you can go home and buy your family an Xbox, and you don't have to pay for internet, you don't have to pay for a computer, you don't have to pay for a phone bill, you just have the Xbox, and all of a sudden, magically, you have all these features. No! One, you need a high-speed internet connection to make most of them work efficiently. And two, you need a subscription to Xbox Live. So it's mixed messaging from the beginning. Like, who are they targeting? All that I can really think is that they've backwards brainwashed you into believing that these features are awesome, when in reality, all it is borrowing from other devices that do it better. Because honestly, you cannot make an argument. You cannot make an argument that Twitter is more convenient or more easy to use on an Xbox or PlayStation 3 than it is on a computer or a phone. The part where Sony talks about, oh, we're going to have better integration with friends lists, and we're going to have your real name, and you'll be able to connect people and share some screenshots. Okay, I can get that. I think that's kind of an interesting idea. I don't, it doesn't really personally appeal to me so much, but I can see how that's a really beneficial and fun feature to have. Xbox will probably do something similar with sharing, blah, blah, blah. That's kind of cool. Get on your friends list, you know who you're talking to, and then blah, blah, blah. You see their profile. They can post what games they're playing. I mean, really, it's just an enhancement of what we've already been able to do before. The new part is the sharing of the gameplay, which is kind of a cool feature. Thumbs up for that. All this other stuff, no. Like, entertainment box, no. I don't want it. I don't want it. I know that I'm going to be so psyched at E3 when these new consoles are officially unveiled in full form, and I'm also going to be so cringing, just cringing at the mention of all these extra features that mean nothing. I hate when Microsoft comes out and touts their new system updates. It's a new interface and we've got a new app. That's all they can do. Because really nobody's taking chances on games. Nobody's really taking chances on hardware except Nintendo. And this is where, like, no matter if you hate them, no matter if you think they're the stupidest company on earth, you have to give them credit for at least trying. I don't think they succeed every time. I don't think they do a great job most of the time. I think that the Wii U is in real bad shape, although I do think it's going to pick up incredibly well in the second half of 2013. But at least they try. They try a tablet controller. They try having some quirky features. Sure, they don't get online right. Sure, they have a mess of apps and things on their system as well. But at least they try to find a way to innovate. Because pretty much the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox Infinite controllers and boxes and interfaces are going to look almost identical. And then that's the other point as well, that with these consoles, I strongly urge you to buy the one that has the better games, because both systems are going to basically, in the long run and in the short term, be nearly identical. As much fuss as people want to make about the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, those systems are basically the same, except for the controller, except for the cost of the online, which is going to be switched up in this generation. They're both going to charge, most likely. And so it boils down to the exclusives. It boils down to the games that you like better, and I guess it boils down to where your friends are. And so please do not get wrapped up in this myriad list of features and apps and things that you really can do everywhere else even better. I mean, I don't even download the things. I cannot think of a use for them, and it just really frustrates me when people bring this up as like this grand, glorious thing. That the Xbox can do this, the PlayStation can do this. Who the heck cares? Definitely not me. I don't know why it bothers me so severely. I just think that anytime that a company tries to tout a new feature as so grandiose, tries to tout an update as so awesome, tries to bring forth their product as like, wow, we've done so much, and then you're like, oh, really? You kind of just took some apps from the phones and kind of just tried to create this all box and basically didn't really do anything new. That's why it boils down to games for me. And that's why I'm a gamer, and I'm buying these systems for the games, to put the games in the disk drive and play them. Download them from their marketplaces and play them. That's why I buy these consoles. That's why I want them. I don't buy them so that I can go on Last.fm and listen to some tunes. I don't buy them so I can check my friends' relationship stats on Facebook. I buy them so that I can play the latest, greatest, awesome games. So I can play The Last of Us. So I can play GTA 5. So I can play Infamous Second Son. So I can play Halo 5. So I can play whatever they deliver that is of the utmost quality and fulfills the reason why I purchased this box in the first place. I don't spend $500 so that I can go on Twitter and check what my friends are doing as I sit there with my phone. How many of you play games with your phone right by you? How many of you play games in the same room where your computer is? I do both. Why would I ever use any of these apps? I mean, I can understand using Netflix by matter of convenience. Everything else, man, they're selling you a very, very pretty cake that's filled with a bunch of crap on the inside. It looks good on the surface, and on the inside, these features are really nothing new. And it's sort of, it's disappointing that it seems like that's the direction that this generation is going to take, at least at its beginning, is, hey, who can push the most entertainment features into their system? Who can push the most secondary and tertiary diversions into their console box, instead of what is the most powerful, greatest gaming machine? And, you know, it seems like for a while Nintendo tried to really avoid that, and to that I give them major kudos. Maybe they don't have the third-party support, maybe they don't have the in-house studios that you like, maybe they don't deliver the kind of mature-rated game experiences that you're fond of, but man, at least for a while, and they're drifting more towards the app and whole hullabaloo as well, but at least for a while, man, they got it. Maybe they didn't get it in a controller form, maybe they didn't get it in a hardcore, what people wanted term, but they got what gaming was about. The gaming is about gaming, not about making a half-assed PC that sits in your living room. You know, really, because that's what they're going for, right? They're going for a PC that can't do everything a PC can. And at that point, why? Why? Once PCs proliferate more, once things come down in price, once Steam, you know, takes over the world, just go buy your games on Steam. I'm not advising that, right? I love these new systems already because I love gaming, and so anything new is going to get me super excited, and I can't wait to buy both of them on launch day. But like really, like from another perspective of someone who does really care about games and is kind of, I mean it's the thing I'm most loyal to really about anything, you know, the game industry and just that whole everything about it. And I wanted to succeed, and I wanted to innovate, and I wanted to grow. And why this weird focus? I know it's not developers' fault. I know that a lot of, you know, people don't worry about this stuff and just make awesome games, and kudos on them. But man, the big houses, Microsoft and Sony, especially, and Nintendo to a lesser extent, I know that they're trying to sell a marketable piece of tech. I know that's the whole gambit here. I understand that. You don't have to correct me on that. I just think it's sad that the direction things have gone is that the focus is on these hand-me-down apps from other devices that do it better. I wish they just get back to gaming machine for games. And even if they didn't replace it with anything else, to me, I'd feel better, because then their focus would be more on securing better game deals. Their focus would be more on putting out better games. Their focus would be more on delivering a better online experience. Their focus would be on plenty of things and none of this nonsense. And I guess that us consumers are partially responsible. I'm sure there's some of you that buy Xbox for this app or buy Sony PlayStation for this app, you know, use it for that, use it for this, da-da-da-da-da. I'm sure there's definitely a convenience factor in some ways, but again, I don't know anybody that has an Xbox and no phone or no computer, or that again, you need the internet. So pretty much what they're trying to do, I don't even see how it works. If there is anybody who replaces their computers and phones for their family with an Xbox Infinite or a PlayStation 4, I mean, I'll just turn and walk away and give Microsoft and Sony huge pats on the back for doing something right that I could never predict. But at this point, these features just seem like secondary and tertiary additions to systems that will be awesome, but I feel like they could be just a little bit awesomer if they would focus intently on the games, intently on gaming, intently what the heck got them here in the first place. Systems that play games. If I want a PC, I can go buy a PC. Make your product the best product it can be for the area, for the audience that it serves. Don't try to be an everything. It never works. Doesn't work on YouTube. Doesn't work with gaming. I don't know. That's my 2 cents, guys and girls. If you think that I am right, comment right, and then let me know why. If you think that I am wrong, comment wrong, and let me know why. Love to hear your thoughts. We can get some good discussions going on in the comment section. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the talk. Until next time, guys and girls, drink some hot chocolate. Have a fantastic day. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you all later.